Welcome everybody to Bitcoin Live with Shankar back for another update and developments with Green Earth blockchain token. Welcome back, Shankar.
Hi Nick, great to be back with you on Bitcoin Live channel, which is our preferred channel to share updates on the blockchain project. And so we have some interesting updates today that I can share. So happy to be here.
Yeah, Shankar, you have to turn up the volume a little bit. Sorry about
Okay.
that. We had a little bit of mic issues, but right now it's too soft.
How is it now?
I think it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Yeah, if it disappears or whatever, I'll just tell you during the show. So for the
Okay.
people listening, sorry, we sometimes have these mic issues, but we're trying our best to sort of make it work. But yeah, it's
Right.
good to have you back, and yeah, a lot has happened. I think it's about a month ago that we had another update,
Yeah, it
and
was
we
1 month
keep
back.
track of this. Yeah, it's an amazing project, so we love to keep track of it. And you sent me some really cool stuff that we're gonna dive into. But before we do that, can you give us sort of like an outlook on the crypto industry and the markets because it's still pretty tough out there.
In fact, things are. If you see the crypto market, it's been consolidating after uh, after stopping to fall in Jan. It moved up a bit, but then the broader market has still been consolidating. Many tokens, coins are actually at their all-time lows or 52-week lows, or let's say around that level, 1 year low, 2 year low, 3 year lows, and some are maintaining some of the levels that they have achieved in Jan, Feb. Bitcoin clearly is the strongest, and that has been the hypothesis consistently that as an industry or the leader of the entire movement, that is the strongest coin. It will remain so because of the fundamental strength and adoption of that. Adoption is also much higher among the largest investors. But I would say that the time is very good currently for the people who are developing good quality projects, which actually have some actual fundamental use cases that users can use the project and benefit from that. Whatever the use cases are, whether it's in the decentralized finance or education or healthcare or whatever use cases will keep coming, newer ones, better ones, as the infrastructure improves. But use cases are very important, and I think the first wave after the Bitcoin saw a lot of projects without use cases just coming and rising, and that the last 1.5 year has completely cleared out those projects, and so that also shows that the entire crypto industry is maturing. Investors are also maturing. The crypto investors, uh, in the past, crypto investors would think that if they're, it's almost like their birthright to expect a doubling of their token value in the next 2 months or whatever. Those things also have gone. The froth, if I can say, has also reduced or gone. Uh, so overall, it is the participants are maturing with passing of time, and also the expectations are also getting more realistic about what is possible in a project, and security and those parameters are also improving. But the one thing that we keep seeing is every month there is a hack somewhere in some project or some bridge. Bridges are very notorious for hacks. We have seen that again and again. So those things will keep everybody aware and cautious. But it is a time to work on projects, and the one thing that comes very clearly to my mind as a developer of a project, in this case being a blockchain, is that the if the use cases are real, then this is just like any other software project, the crypto project, and it is dependent on the users to use the project, and the crypto enables you to reach 100x more scope and scale unlike a typical software project, because you can also have people using the token and the economy of the token itself driving the project. So it's a very interesting growth model, and so it is not dependent on any external factors. And one can, yes, if good conditions are there in the market, then projects will have higher valuations. But if good conditions are not there, projects will have lower valuations. But projects that are fundamentally useful will still be able to survive and grow. That's the main point. That they will, at whichever the time is better, then they will suddenly have a better movement. And that's also the time when all the fundamentally good tokens and coins will move. So, and from an investor perspective, so this is from the developer perspective or the project creator or developer or founder perspective. From an investor perspective, I mean, this is investors' paradise currently, that you have so many coins and tokens available at attractive valuations, good ones. So I would say those people who have an interest, they can go on accumulating. And I can just repeat that list for our benefit, viewers' benefit. It is just 5. It is Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and SHIB. Just stay with these 5, and I don't think these 5 will disappoint.
And that's because they are fully decentralized, right?
Yes, yes. SHIB is not fully decentralized, but it is decent ownership. In that sense, yes, it's based on the Ethereum chain, and but as the holding pattern of SHIB shows, that there's a very large percentage of SHIB is also held by the Ethereum whales. So there is a very strong back connection between Ethereum and SHIB, and that's why they are coming as a couple.
And can you touch maybe slightly upon 2 coins that, because you didn't name Ethereum, which is of course like, you know, the elephant in the room.
I named it, right? I named it, right? Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and SHIB. 5.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you did name it. And Algorand.
Yeah, Algorand is the blockchain that we are using for Green Earth blockchain. So we are bullish on that. The reason why I didn't put it in the 5 is Algorand is not fully decentralized. It's still a private entity, and that's the reason why, despite being a very active supporter of the blockchain, but I would still not give it the decentralized label, because it is not. Just like Binance,
Yeah.
Binance is doing good work, but it is not decentralized.
Yeah. And then you know, one question before we move on. Next year is the halving. People are excited, but I also know some people who are sort of saying like, you know, guys, don't get too excited. What is your outlook on next year with the market? And of course, this is not financial advice, but
yeah, all the disclaimers about not being advised and all, but the view analysis, we can share what our analysis is, and it's been very consistent. Nothing has changed in that from last year. Is that 2024 and 2025 as a combination promised to be very good for crypto.
okay.
And
that's very,
yeah, and so the crypto winter of 2022 will has got probably around the end of it, and there's a bit of consolidation happening, and yeah, and we do expect some good, and that's why when I say good, again I'm referring to good for the fundamentally strong project, but at that time all projects tend to fly, so that's another thing. But one should be very, very cautious not to get into projects. And I would be very strongly saying that all those projects that are using staking rewards as a way of attracting, I would say that there's a very big red flag. You should never go for that. All the losses of investors in crypto have come from staking related projects, one way or the other, big ones. You should not go for that.
Yeah, because they're also very attractive for hackers, right? It attracts a lot of attention. And well, anyway, let's move on. What is the roadmap for Green Earth blockchain for the next year? How does it look?
The big update for today's call is that, yes, if you can open the roadmap slide, please, that I shared with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are, the last time we spoke, it was in August. And now we are in September, and we are very close to going live. In fact, all the integration testing has been completed successfully between Green Earth and Ganga project, which is our e-commerce platform on the ground. So just for the benefit of viewers, Green Earth blockchain project is a hybrid between physical food supply chains and e-commerce chain and the blockchain. And so we have a part of our project on the ground going deep till the farmers and food producers and natural product producers on the ground, and then the other end on in the blockchain. So, and the blockchain tracks all these transactions and displays them and gives rewards to all the participants as in predefined ways as per our system. So the integration testing between Ganga e-commerce platform and Green Earth has been done successfully, and Ganga project is scheduled to go live in this coming week. So in this week means between now and next 5 days, 6 days. So
this week.
yeah. And so when Ganga goes live and people start buying food products on Ganga project, that also automatically means go live of Green Earth, because those products, they start, all those sales transaction starts getting posted on Green Earth blockchain, and those the token rewards start going to the various users and participants of that chain, including the farmers involved.
Wow, that's big news. So actually,
Yeah,
this coming week is actually a really big
the go
moment
live.
for
Yeah,
Greener
yeah,
blockchain.
yeah. So
Wow.
we are going live with that, and we will be going live with 25 products in the start, and then by end of October, we will have 100 products, and by end of November, we will have 200 products, and these 200 products are all available with us and verified through verified suppliers and producers. And we have the full blockchain mapping done for them till the very end point. And we have also got the validators in place for these 200 products. Therefore, so the path from now, which is like the last week of September to end of November, is just go on adding products along with their blockchains onto Ganga, and all those sales transactions that happen start coming on Green Earth, and Green Earth is giving out GBT token rewards to all the participants of the chain. So this much is clear work. And after those 200 products which have already mapped out, they are on Ganga platform. Uh, we will be adding newer ones between November and December, and we will be getting such products for the next 2 months. But for them, the blockchain will be mapped, uh, and the entire validation has to be done. Uh, so therefore, that will be a bit slower than the first 200, which are already done. But we have already the visibility of those products, as well as in who will bring those products. And but the validation and the blockchain has to be set up for that, and that will happen in December. So maybe not 100, maybe 50 products may get added in December. We will see.
Well, that's really amazing. So congratulations on that milestone. Shankar, your sound is probably still a little bit soft. I heard somebody in the comments say that you were a little bit inaudible sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But this is like huge news. So I also advise everybody out there to follow Green Earth Blockchain Token on Twitter, because there is that's the place where you give the updates. And if you're not following yet, go check it out and give it a follow.
Okay.
I put it in the comment section. Well, you basically also already answered my next question, but maybe you can give a little bit more information about Ganga project. You already said it's going live next week, but I think you also shared with me a page which I'm going to open right now.
Yeah, this is the URL I shared with you. It is gangaproject.org. So this Ganga project is the project which is our e-commerce platform on the ground, And Ganga project is our strategic partner in India. And Green Earth blockchain has the largest plans in India because of the scope and scale. And so this is what I'm sharing with you is not the e-commerce platform. The e-commerce platform is on the .com domain. Gangaproject.com will be the e-commerce which will be going live this week. What we are seeing here is a simple one-page site called gangaproject.org, and this is for the community. And so this is where we are enrolling everybody in India who wants to participate in this project in various roles that we have described here. And there's a wide range of roles, including validators, contributors, coordinators, and farmers, self-help groups. If you see the entire set of roles which we have in the Ganga project, those are described here, and we will increase the description a bit more in the next couple of days. But this is the form that is getting filled by people to join our project. And if you can imagine, we plan to add about 10,000 validators this year. So they'll all be filling this form, and many will, and actually, that's just validators. If we count the coordinators and other roles, we are looking at around 20,000 people filling this form this year.
So for people who want to participate in the Ganga project, but also Green Earth blockchain token, they basically have to fill out this form, and you can
The,
sort of apply for one of these.
yeah, but for these, physical presence is required on the ground. This is for
Yeah.
people. That's why this one is for Ganga project. We will also have a very similar one page with form on Green Earth in this coming week itself. I will share the form once it's live with you. You can put that on your Twitter. You can share it with Twitter. We put the tweet for that. You can share it. But a similar form will come for the Green Earth community, and people for that can be based worldwide.
Yeah, because this one is specifically for people in India and probably also in a very particular area in India
No,
because India
this
is
is
huge.
all over India. No, this is all over India.
Oh, all
All
over India. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
because
okay,
the scope of Ganga project is across India, not one state,
okay,
all the
okay.
states. So as it is mentioned on the site as well, that all across India people can submit the form. So
Oh yeah,
because
I see it now.
so in that
Yeah.
because the producers, validators, coordinators, they can come from all parts of India, and and that is the geographical unit. But it's a very large unit, a very significantly large unit. So we and that's a real testing ground of whatever use cases we have planned, and we will see them going live in action.
Yeah, because for the people who don't know, because most of our viewers are either from Europe or from America, can you give sort of an impression how large India is? Because it's a huge country, right?
I mean, the population of India is, depending on which statistic we use, is around 130 billion.
Wow.
And so, no, sorry, not yeah, 1.3, that's 130 crores, so 1.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so we have a very large one. So 1.3 billion is like you can say almost 4 times of the US population, 3.5 times.
It's incredible.
So it has exceeded China recently, and so the population is large, and there's also a very large component of youth population. I don't have the exact number right now, but it is around 65% is below 30 years.
Yeah,
So
very
that's
young
a
population.
yeah. So that's a very young population, and that by definition makes them extremely open to new technologies. And there's a whole generation in India which has never seen laptops and PCs and has gone directly to phones. Their entire studies have been on smartphones. They also program on smartphones. They have never seen PCs or desktops at all. They may have seen laptops in offices, but desktops they haven't seen. That so we have that. So there's a so at the back end, what we are seeing is uh, that a project like Green Earth can have a very good adoption once people see value in what we are doing. At the same time, uh, we have discussed in the previous calls as well that the adoption of cryptocurrencies as such has been relatively less in India
Yeah.
because of the regulations that have been there, which were saying that it is not conducive to the currency, etc. So they were talking about mainstream crypto and how it can probably have a way of of decontrol of the currency. But when we think of projects like Green Earth blockchain and GBT token, which is actually a project utility token, a project token, we haven't seen such projects in a proper way in India at all. And that is why we strongly believe that as the project gets established and moves forward in the coming years, uh, we will see people adopting the project, and by that time we would also have an exchange listing in India. And even one exchange is enough because then people at least have a reference of the GBT token with a price in the local currency, which is Indian rupee. And then that will give them a sense of what the token actually has in terms of value and why they should hold the tokens that they get as rewards.
Yeah, and maybe also interesting for people to realize is that starting next year, India is, I think, the head of the G20, and I believe that they also want to really sort of focus on rules around crypto regulation, right? I think that's
Uh,
one of their targets.
I think that has been an ongoing discussion in G20 countries for a long time. So it will just be extension of whatever they're doing. But none of these actually are a hurdle or a roadblock for our project because we are using that as a project token, and and people are getting it as we are giving it from a part of the transaction. They are not paying for it; they are getting it as a reward from Green Earth. And so the farmers and food producers or natural product producers, they are anyway getting uh, their income from the sale on Ganga project. And in addition to that, they're getting a fraction of the GBT token. So these are all small fractions that they get on transactions like 0.01, 0.02 tokens. And but they can accumulate because they can keep getting on their transactions. And that's the whole point, that when they participate, but not everybody can participate, and that's the catch here. That's that not every food producer can come and join unless they can show us transparently that they have no corruption or adulteration in their entire process. So that's the whole reason why we set up the blockchain, so that we can transparently showcase all the genuine and honest producers. And by definition, those who are involving themselves in any form of corruption or adulteration cannot join the chain.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole point. So our token is basically the reward that we give as GBT tokens of actions. They are the rewards for being honest and genuine in their processes. And that is what also helps the end consumers, those who want the quality. The proof is in the blockchain. They can see the entire transaction chain online, and so they have the confidence that it is clearing and it is a genuine process, transparently visible. Plus, we have validators on the ground who are validating the transactions, and the validators are also getting paid as part of the transaction. A small percentage is going to them also as a token. So they have also an interest to do their work because they get something from their work from every transaction.
Yeah.
So the way the system is set up is that everybody who's in the chain, whether a producer, a packaging unit, a validator, a logistics person, or the buyer, they all have something in them as a reward, so that the entire chain has a motivation to remain genuine and honest.
Yeah, and what I also find really smart is because India, I imagine, has a very large rural community. Like the
Yes,
population is probably largely rural also, even though there's like a lot of concentration in the big cities with highly educated people, of course. But this is sort of like a way for them to get into contact with crypto, like their first contact with crypto through GBT token.
Yeah,
which is
yeah, for sure. The 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 rural community in India, uh, they haven't even heard of crypto yet. So
yeah,
so for them uh, it is a completely new way of getting a reward for what they think is let's say a honest way of working, and we are taking them in front of a larger audience through Ganga platform, and we are also rewarding them for the genuine production that they do, and uh, so they have a platform for themselves, and they also have a reward for themselves now. Two things happen. So therefore, there is a motivation for them to continue doing what they are doing correctly, and
yeah,
and what our research showed at the start of the project was that because of lack of access to the market or lack of visibility, the products in the market, many of them have some degree of adulteration because that way they are able to reduce the price. And so a lot of products that compete in the market on the basis of price have an element of adulteration. And greener blockchain will then reveal that what is the price of a truly genuine product in that category. So if we talk about honey, wheat, lentils, rice, varieties of rice, whatever, the price that is coming through Green Earth is a reflection of the benchmark of what is the price for a truly genuine product in that category.
yeah. So it will improve the quality of the product, make it more
Yeah.
natural and
Yeah.
organic, but it will also lower the price by taking out the middleman,
Yes, yes, middlemen
intermediaries.
are going away because transparency is getting assured. Cost of, we also believe that not immediately, but in the near future, even the cost of certifications, those will also go away because if the consumer can see the entire chain online, he's already getting the confidence that yes, the product is genuine. So the need for certifications, which also weighs down on adds to the layers of costs, they also go away.
Yeah, yeah, and it will sort of make the cost lower, but also make the chain shorter, right? The
Yeah, chain is
chain between
shorter,
customer
middlemen are
and
not there, and yeah, so chain is shorter, chain is more transparent, uh, overhead costs are lower basically, and
yeah,
that enables because we are shipping directly from the farmer to the end consumer after verifying everything. So
yeah,
so that is also beneficial for the farmer as well as the consumer because that reduces the price. So yeah, lower, fewer middlemen and lower cost of certifications should ensure a lower price for the genuine product. So in other words, for a truly genuine product today which is coming with certifications, the product price of that same product on Green Earth will be lower
yeah,
because it
yeah,
would
and that's
not have the weightage of weight of costs, and so it will be higher than a product in the market which has probably some adulteration, but it will be lower than the one which is actually genuine, fully genuine, but with all those certifications and costs associated with that. So in other words, the greener blockchain will make genuine products more affordable for people.
yeah, yeah, and then that's why it bears repeating because I think that's what makes this project so wonderful. All these sort of very positive aspects, which will also sort of I think, this is like a utility coin, which really gives crypto a positive name, right? Because crypto has a very negative, name, uh, mainly because of mainstream media and price fluctuations and speculation. But I think green earth blockchain or projects like this can really sort of showcase the positive side of crypto and blockchain and how it can actually improve the
Mm.
lives of millions of people eventually. So yeah, that's what I love about it.
Yeah, that's our goal too. In fact, you summarize it really well. That's our goal too, that through Green Earth and going country by country to places where a project like this can make an impact. For example, whatever we are doing in India, the same will make sense even in a country like Mexico or Brazil, where everything is same in the setup. And it's just that we don't know that market, but we don't have the people on the ground as validators. But once we have proven the model in one country, we could do that in Indonesia, Mexico, Brazil, and also come to Europe and US, which are advanced markets, which with already a lot of regulations in place. But yes, the transparency and the speed, lower costs will be valued everywhere. So one by one we will take, but the biggest market in terms of size, scope, scale, and also complexity is India, and that happens to be the place where we have the setup ready. So we will make it live, and so from here till over the next 1 year, 1.5 year, we will see all the lessons coming out from the implementation. And uh, you're right, a large number of users that we will get will be from the rural areas, and GEPT will be the very first crypto that they will have in life.
Well, Shankar, I think we went through the validators, we went through the community, the Ganga project. We haven't mentioned yet the updates on the GBT airdrop campaign. Can you tell us a little
Yeah,
bit more about that?
yeah, we have also got inquiries for that, and we will do that. We are waiting for some funds to get arranged for that, because we have to whatever amount of airdrops you want to do. We have a budget. We have planned to do 25K airdrops in total in blocks of 5K each. But uh, as we have seen, those airdrop tokens, at least half of them become for sale immediately on the exchanges, or if not all of them. So very few people actually hold them. So in that sense, for the airdrop to be done, we need to have the equivalent amount in USDT ready on the exchanges. And so we are just arranging that. And once the project is live and those funds come as planned, then we will do the airdrops.
So more on that soon, probably.
Yeah.
First, next week will be the most important part, of course. So
Yeah.
keep us updated on that, and we'll also keep sharing that on our Twitter feed to keep people in the loop. Shankar, before I let you go, is there anything that we missed and that you want to highlight or that you want to circle back to?
I think we covered the main updates of the call. And yeah, there's one thing that I wanted to share that, yeah, we didn't cover this point. See, the Ganga project, once we add about 100 products towards the end October, in the first 4 weeks, we are going to be sharing this project with all the people in our existing networks in India and in the other countries as well. And towards the end of October, by the time we would have about 100 products on the system, or approximately that number, we will have a formal announcement and a larger launch of the project at, in a place called IIT Kanpur. It stands for Indian Institute of Technology, which is one of the leading institutes for engineering in India. And so we are already working with IIT Kanpur. Sandeep is a graduate from there, and we have people around Kanpur who are farmers and farming networks with us. So we will be announcing and the go live of Ganga project from there towards the end of October, and from there the project will actually reach a much larger number of people among the audience that we want to reach. So the first 4 weeks will be, let us say, the all the existing users and known users coming in, but the bigger audience will start getting approached or informed from October end, around that time frame. And from IIT Kanpur. IIT Kanpur is one of the leading institutes in India, and so that's a very strong place to announce this project on blockchain from.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that. I shouldn't say like next week. It's actually the coming weeks, the coming 4 or 5 weeks are really important for this project, and very exciting. And yeah, I'm sure we're gonna do another update around that time.
Yeah,
Uh, and yeah, I want to thank you again for being on the show. Always love talking about Green Earth blockchain token,
yeah,
doing these updates, and seeing how the project progresses.
very good. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Shankar,
Yeah,
and
thank you very
I'll
much.
see you soon.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you again. Bye.